We are joined by attorney Jeff O'Brien with our weekly 3 and Out. Usually it's 3 sports stories, and it is 3 sports stories. Let's start with a place that I have become fond of over the last few years. You know, I used to be a big Tommies fan because I like John Tower. I like Glenn, the Caruso, the football coach. But when my son went to St. John's, I became a Johnnies fan. He went 4 years, graduated with a degree in finance, and, I'm a big fan of those Johnnies, and I'm a big fan about what happened this weekend, which was what, Jeff?
Well, yeah, and so the Johnnies and Tommies aren't even rivals anymore, so I didn't cheer for the Johnnies. So, the Johnnies won the MIAC men's basketball tournament championship, so they are the MIAC champs, and they will be getting the automatic seed in the Division III men's basketball tournament, which is 64 teams, just like the Division I men's basketball tournament. And there was some history made with Cooper Vaughn broke the school record for 3-pointers. He now has 268. So this will be the Johnnies' first appearance in the tournament since the 21-22 season. So a lot of guys had come back as to play one more season just to get there. So they got there. So best of luck to the Johnnies at
Good for them.
Tournament. And
it's too bad that your Tommies cannot go to the tournament. The NCAA tournament as a D1 school, because this is the final year, right?
This is the final year.
Why did they even do that? I don't understand why the NCAA prevents them from being competitive, because presumably a team going from D3 to D1 would have no shot to make it to the tournament. But this team is good enough where they might have been able to make it. But why? Do you know why they have that restriction 5 years?
I honestly don't know why. I don't know why.
Ridiculous.
But anyway, so the Tommies, so this is kind of a historic game. So they're going to play. They're going to go on to they're going to have. They're going to play in the conference tournament. They're the second seed. Omaha clinched They had a chance. Both St. Thomas and South Dakota State had a chance at a tie for the conference title, regular season conference title. Omaha won, so they clinched it. But for the Tommies, it was kind of an end of an era because this was the last regular season game at Schoenecker Arena, their home arena here on campus, because they're both the basketball and the hockey team are moving into their new arena next year. So the arena where they won their 2 Division III national championships, those 2 teams where they played, that arena is not going to be used as their arena next year. So kind of
where is the new one? Is it off campus?
South campus. No, it's just on the south campus. So this one is on the north campus. This is just a kitty corner from the other block, which is South Campus.
But this one is also where all the classes are in the buildings, right? The current one, Schoenecker?
There's like their weight room and stuff like that. And, this building wasn't there, just for perspective. The Schoenecker Arena that was there when I was a student already was demolished and rebuilt.
Oh, same name.
Weren't the best. So they've put it back up with a new. It's new since I was there, but they'll use it for other things.
Is this one going to be Schoenecker, the new one? They're not going to give the same name.
I think this is the Anderson Arena. Is the Anderson family put up money for the new arena? So
whoever puts up the dough gets the name. That makes sense. Well, you'll never see the Sansevere Arena. I promise you that. That won't be happening. All right. And now the hockey team from the Tommies, and you are an alumni. If people want to, Tommies, why so much Tommies? Well, they're good stories, and also, hey, the guy doing it's an alumni. So the hockey team's pretty good, right?
Yeah. So they had a 2-1 victory over Michigan Tech, completed the conference sweep. They have home ice advantage in the CCHA playoffs. And again, they're playing. They talk about arenas, Bob. They're finishing up their time at the arena they play at. They share an arena with St. Thomas Academy, which holds 1,000 people. So they're really looking forward to the new arena next year.
How big? What's it going to hold? How many thousand? 5,000?
Like 7,000 or 8,000.
Oh, that's a pretty good. That's a heck of a jump. What did Schoenecker hold?
Well, I think it was like 2,000 or so.
Well, that's a really big. You think they'll pack it? I mean, that's.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that's good to know. That's a good deal for them. All right. Well, you know what? I'm happy for them. Now I got to ask you. You've been following anything from the scouting combine, or the big signing was Matthew Stafford going back to the Rams, because that could mean more money for Sam Darnold And the Raiders could be much more in play. I don't know that he'd ever want to go back to New York. I know it was the Jets where he started his career, but it's the same building, the same type of fans. I mean, some guys are not built to play in New York because it is a rough place. You go here, and there's maybe half a dozen to 8 media people, the 2 newspapers. You got some of these .coms and TV stations around you. In New York, you're talking dozens of news outlets, and many of them are not kind to the quarterback who struggles. So he's better off going to a place like Vegas, where I think there's one newspaper and a few TV stations. It's not going to be anywhere near the scrutiny that he would feel elsewhere. The other thing, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think we can safely assume at this point that Sam Darnold is not going to be back with the Vikings. There's just no way they're going to spend that kind of money when you have J.J. McCarthy sitting in the wings. Here's
the only way they would do it if he would be cheaper for a team for the Vikings to sign him to a franchise tag and then trade him.
Mm-hmm.
That might be something. So that's a possibility. But if you're the Raiders, wouldn't you think that Pete Carroll might be wanting to have a get-together again or a union with his old quarterback, Russell Wilson?
Quite possibly, yes. I mean,
he could be available.
Some of those quarterbacks, they do well under certain coaches, which is something I think Darnold has to consider too, because Darnold's never had the season ended unfortunately, but for the better part of the year, he had a career year, and a lot of people are attributing that to, Kevin O'Connell and his coaching.
Absolutely. And you know what? If I'm Tennessee, the Titans, I'm not going to give up. I don't give the first overall pick up. I keep it. I don't take a quarterback. I try to get somebody like Darnold because you could have him for a number of years because their coach is supposed to be a quarterback coach too. But they got Will Levis, who's just not a great quarterback. So maybe they could work something out there, and then they could take this Abdul Carter, supposed to be the beast at tackle. Or, to me, the first overall pick would be Travis Hunter. You get 2 starters out of him. You can start him at quarterback and then use him on passing downs. Not every season to run out there every single down, but I just think he's going to be a sensational professional. He's going to be great. He's going to be like Deion Sanders as coach at Colorado. So we'll see. All right, Jeff, as always, greatly appreciated. Attorney Jeff O'Brien with our 3 and Out. Take a quick break. The BS Show will be right back.